All right, hello, geometry, concepts, folk. All right, we are doing a little practice today based off what we did yesterday. So my thoughts are maybe just start yourself on page 15 and just kind of watch maybe a little bit of this video in case you don't know what the heck to do with these problems. So that way you can kind of mock this into some problems that I am going to give you to solve. So that way, also, in case you forget it, you can watch a video for later as well. So we said we were like adding those little pegs. Like we said that we had that red, leg, those little pieces that we used with our hands, and then added up two other little parts kind of thing to equal that red piece. And that's kind of what we're doing with these letters. We're adding AB plus BC to equal the red whole piece into like a general equation of part plus part equals the whole thing, which pretty much you're going to use this format every single time. Now, we did some problems yesterday where you just really had to add two numbers and then just got the answer, or you subtracted two numbers and then just got the answer. So some of you did that, but without setting up the equation. Let's do this 1, 2, and 3, and if you can't find this page, it's on 15. So let's check these out. Now, some people didn't set this up well, but just did 17 minus 9. True, but I'd like you to set up the equation. Remember, that's like the 1b that I'm looking for on this test. So how do you solve this for your 1b? I would add the part plus the part equals the whole thing. And you can see that through the image. So looks pretty good. Now we can solve this, hopefully using your 2b skills, right? So this next piece down here is going to be your 2b. Can you balance the equation? So it's 9 minus 9. Okay. And we have x equals, what is that, 8? So x equals 8. That's all we needed. You could say ij equals 8, but also we're just looking for x, I guess, in this one. So 8 is also x. Cool. Sometimes you got to sub it in, and it's, got some things you got to sub it in for. So let's look at 2. We're going to use the same format. Our 1b skill is setting up the equation. So our equation will be, for this one, your part, 2x, plus your other part, 6, equals, now let's find the whole thing in pink here, 4x minus 2. And now that we have part plus part equals whole, we can now balance this equation. The goal, remember, is to get x on one side. So I'm going to subtract 2x. You could have done a lot of things there. I just chose to subtract 2x. So as long as we get the same answer at the end, we're cool. Okay, add 2. Get 8. Divide 2. I'm going a little faster because I don't want to have you watching this the whole time. X equals 4. Excellent. Okay. So that's another one in the books. It just asked for x in this one, but look over here. This one's going to ask for x, but then it wants us to put in for these other QR, QS values. So let's look at what this looks like. Sorry, I forgot to mention this is getting it all the way down to here is your 2b. Can you solve the equation? This part is the 1b. Can you create the equation? So you have to be able to do both on this next skill assessment next Thursday, I think. All right. Let's keep going. All right, your 1b, you create the equation from the picture piece might look like this. You have QR plus RS. I'm going to add those red pieces. So 3x plus 2 plus RS equals, now we set it equal to the entire piece. I'm going to put that in pink again, 6x. All right, now from here, I can solve. I'm just going to use the green instead. All right, let's see. Combine some like terms. Ooh. Plus 6 equals 6x. Subtract 3 on both sides. Now that we have a normal two-step equation. 6 equals negative, or sorry, not negative, 3x. And divide 3, 2 equals x. Now, we have some other pieces to fill in. We have to get, I'm going to put in blue, QR, and I'll save it in red. Oh, no, not Q, not that one. We need to get the pink one as well, QS. So instead of doing 3x plus 2, I'll do 3 times 2. That 2 is coming from our answer here, right? So we're replacing that. Plus 2. So 3 times 2 plus 2, that's going to be 8. You can do that in a calculator. I'll do the other one in red and pink, sorry. So in this one, I'm just going to do 6 times, and then we said x is 2. So put that back. 6 times 2 is 12. Oops, should have put that in pink. Nice. All right, and this kind of makes sense because 4 plus, and we said this was what, 8? 4 plus 8 is 12, and that's the whole piece, so that tracks. So these would all be your answers down here, and that's it. So that's kind of where you're trying to end up by the end of the day. Can you create an equation? Can you solve it? Can you sub it back in? That subbing process is a 2A error, or 2A component, but that's neither here nor there. That's what I'm looking for on this, section of notes. So try these out. I have some thin slicing for you to do. If you finish early, try some of this practice. Those answers should be online. All right. Good luck out there. See you next time. Peace.